Hi guys, it's me, Victoria, and for today's video I wanted to talk about why I'm still vegan. So, in the vegan community, a lot of people have been making these why I'm no longer vegan videos, and it's horrible because these so-called vegans are building their channel off spreading the vegan message, and then they get like, 500,000 subscribers or 1,000,000 subscribers, and then they say, oh, by the way, like I just no longer vegan now. And then all their fucking stupid subscribers are just like, you go girl, love and light and hugs and rainbows. And it's just like, so you really didn't get it, did you? No, you didn't. Like, you parroted back what other people told you to say, but you never truly grasped the heart of the vegan message. And that's kind of one really interesting thing about veganism is that you can read it in books and you can agree with it intellectually, but until you really get it on a deep level, until you kind of have a epiphany, an awakening, a enlightenment moment, you're not truly vegan. Like, I'm saying this from personal experience. This happened to me, where I read a book and it laid out the argument for veganism, and it finally made me aware of what goes on in the dairy and egg industry. I was already vegetarian, and I was just like, damn, like, I really need to go vegan. So I did go vegan after that, but I still kind of refused to look at slaughterhouse footage. I was just like, I'm already vegan, like, I'm too sensitive for that. The problem was, that's what veganism is. Like, it's about slaughter, it's about war, it's about torture, it's about murder. And I'm sure, like, some war veteran will tell you, you can read, like, all the war novels you want, but until you're truly seeing it with your own eyes, you can't understand the horror of war. And it's the same thing with the slaughter footage. Until you truly see the slaughter happening with your own eyes, you'll never get it. And the other thing is that another huge aspect of veganism is like the dehumanization of animals. And of course, animals aren't human. That's the exact point I'm trying to make, is that in our, everyone's main argument against veganism is just saying, but animals aren't people. And it's like, that right there is the crux of it all. Because animals are people. Yet in our society, and that probably sounds crazy to people, and that's like the heart of it, is that in our society, we've been taught since birth that animals aren't people. We are racist. Like, yeah, we care about racism, but there's another thing called speciesism. If somebody looks different than us, if someone, is different than us in some way, whether it be their skin color, whether it be they have fur, feathers, scales, whether it be they have special needs, whether it be they have a different, culture, upbringing, whatever differences there are, we're we're so we're so scared. It's so weird, and we, I guess, have this instinct to dehumanize them, when really the incredible beauty of life is that we're all the same. Like, we are all, like, even, like, we can understand an ant, we can understand a bird, because we have this kind of intuitive, energetic language that all animals have. And yes, humans are animals, where we can understand each other through body language, through energy. That's why, you can communicate with your dog, with your cat, with a wild animal. When you see a deer, the deer is scared and whatnot. It's because we fundamentally, evolutionarily understand each other because of this similarity. But because we are taught in schools that animals are stupid, they may not even be conscious, we have so much prejudice built up that it's hard to see them for who they really are. So by watching these slaughterhouse videos, it's like we're gonna see it with our own eyes. It's like, all right, are animals people? Are animals conscious? Are animals like us? Do animals actually feel like we feel? Look with your own eyes. Don't take people's word for it because they're all fucking liars. They don't know what they're talking about, alright? Look with your own eyes and tell me what you see. And that's exactly how I went vegan in an enlightenment moment, is I looked into the eyes of pigs on the way to slaughter right before they got to the slaughterhouse, and I saw that pigs are intelligent, complex, emotional beings exactly like myself. And in that moment, it's kind of like the bubble popped, and I was just like, I've been lied to, alright? Animals are people, and what non human persons, and what we're doing to them is the exact thing that we fight so hard against every day. We fight for equality, we fight for justice, but we don't fucking see what's right in front of our eyes, which is that we're committing a Holocaust, which means basically like a genocide, of trillions of innocent, voiceless beings every year. Innocent, voiceless children, because most animals are killed while they're just babies. It's mind-boggling, and the fact that more people can't grasp this, I've come to understand, is like the fundamental flaw of human nature, is that we hate to face our dark side. And I see this in the resistance that non-vegans put up. It's pathetic, really. Like, you'll show them a picture of, I mean, it's quite obvious that to eat the carcass of a dead animal, you have to kill it. But they resist this fact, and they'll just say, I love bacon, here's a picture of bacon. And you can show them an innocent pig being stabbed in the throat, and you can see the fear and the pain and the suffering in this pig's eyes. And people will just be like, but it tastes good. And you're just like, well, we're fucked. Like, human beings are just, they can't face the truth. They don't want to face the truth. We have so many defenses up. And we're very, like, we just, follow what we've been told. We follow tradition. We follow society. We follow culture because that's normal, even when it's clearly wrong. Because we're afraid to be different. We're afraid to offend people. There's just so many things you realize when you're vegan that just kind of makes you hate human beings. And I mean, yeah. So the other good thing about veganism, while I'll be vegan for life, besides the animal rights reason, which is just like, I can never, ever imagine going back and basing my life on this ethical foundation of just treating other beings like I'm some sort of like murderer. Like, I couldn't care less. All I care is about how they can be of use to me. It doesn't matter if I have to kill them to take what I want from them. That's just how I roll. That's what non-vegans really are doing by paying other people to slaughter incredibly complex, emotional, voiceless children for their pleasure. So it's insanity itself. But yeah, the other reason is health, all right? Veganism is our natural diet, and it is, once you start eating plants, fresh fruits, and vegetables, you can never go back. Like, I saw a menu for a keto diet the other day, and I was like, throwing up. It was just like bacon and steak covered in mayo and cheese, these greasy, oily foods. Once you've been eating like celery juice and bananas and fruit, it just is disgusting to you. And I will never go back. So that's why I'm still vegan. Another good thing about vegan is it gives you tough skin because people hate you so much for speaking the truth. And I'm sure this video will probably get most dislikes. Like my vegan videos, it got the most dislikes of any videos I've ever made. But that's a price you have to pay for speaking the truth, and it's been that way throughout history. So, bye.